Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays kids more worried about the reef.
Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome to That is right, guys, we are back. Welcome back to Cities in Motion, I know you said then. Welcome back to City Skylines. I am, of course, Jeffries, and today we are going to be doing some more building work, believe it or not. Last episode I was the River Whisperer. I managed to relocate the river from the Sunset District here so that we could have this brand new spanking complete roundabout, although not all of it is new, I have to admit. Again, I've got a bit of a frame rate issue because I've just loaded the game up again, so things are loading in again for the first time. Plus, I've unlocked lots of mods, lots of assets, and I think the game as a whole is starting to slow down a little bit. Not really sure what I can do about that. One thing I can tell you is this tree brush mod does not seem to want to work. I downloaded that a little while ago to actually... Nope, that one doesn't want to work. That one doesn't want to work. So I'm a little bit curious as to what's going on there, why that's the case. So I want to fill in these large areas, really, but it's not letting me do that right now. But we'll come back to that. Because what I want to do today, as I said, is do some building. And I want to do some building over here. Now, I started off this area quite a long time ago, actually. I think it was 3 episodes ago now. And I put this little crossroad in here and said we were going to expand it and build something. And since then, I haven't actually done anything, which has been a bit of a... I don't really know why I haven't done anything, to be honest, because I wanted to. You can see we've got plenty of land still to build upon, so there's no reason why I haven't gotten around to it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'd like to make amends for that now in today's episode. I want to kind of incorporate this freeway junction here as well. You can see we've got a bit of a traffic problem again. It's to do with the dog bone. I'm not really sure why we're having problems with this. I think it's vehicles changing. Yeah, it's vehicles changing lanes. I think we've got some invisible cars as well. Yes. That should fix itself over time. I should apologise as well if I keep clearing my throat. For some reason, I keep getting things stuck in my throat today, and I don't know why. So you have to bear with me on that one. I can only apologise and try my best to make sure it doesn't affect the episode too much. Well, having said that, if I suddenly start coughing, just assume it didn't work. Something else which I also downloaded for today's episode, which I quite like, is this. This is the British road textures, and it's a little bit blurry here and there. You can see we've got double yellow lines here, which means no parking, for those of you who aren't familiar with the UK road system. And then here we've got these little parking spaces, which shows where you can park. So on these roads here you can park, so obviously there's going to be parking spaces. On another road, but even here on these junctions you can see double yellow lines, you can't park there. And I think that's really cool, really, really nice. Something else which I have been doing off camera as well, there's me saying we're going to build, and I spent the first God knows how long talking about changes from the last episode, is I've actually been going around taking out offices. So I spent so long putting these office spaces in, saying about how it's good for noise control and things like that, but actually, as good as it is for noise control, I don't think it's actually all that necessary to have these here now, because, I mean, Commercial does a pretty good job here anyway. Not going to lie about that, Commercial is severely underrated in my games as far as I'm concerned. They do a very good job. But also, excuse me, hiding sneezes there as well. I'm not having a good day so far. Also, I've extended the industrial area in our city. You might remember we had a huge industrial area out in the hills, and I'm struggling at this moment in time to remember the name of the damn thing, which is not very good, but it's had a huge extension. It is the ugliest looking thing I've built for a long, long time, but it is functional, and it's got a pretty decent road network as well, which I will show you as soon as I have finished this little section here, because the idea at the moment is we're trying to discourage offices in this part of the city. As good as it is, people driving to work, etc., we want this to be more of a residential kind of area. I just think it encourages growth in those parts of the city to actually have it's a weird texture, to actually have the industry out here. So this is the new extension. As I said, it's not very pretty at all, it's quite brutal, but it is a functioning road system. It's based on a one-way system. So let's start with the existing section here and how I've incorporated it. So as you can see, this is actually a one-way system. It's a truly one-way system. Ingoing vehicles, they'll go straight along here. If you're in these two lanes here, you'll go straight on. If you're in these two lanes here, you will turn right. This 4-lane road, excuse me, there's that throat problem, I do apologise guys. This 4-lane road here then splits a little bit further up into this 4 road here and this 2 road here. This goes down as per usual. This one carries on going straight ahead as per usual. The reason it's put into 4 is just to help with traffic integration. Once traffic builds up around here, you'll see how functional this can become. Right now, it doesn't look too special. You can see actually that I need to fix this quickly because it is a one-way system, as I said. If you go across here, you'll find that you can only go straight across at all these junctions. What you have to do is go right up to the end, which is all the way over here, and then loop around, and then you can start working your way back down to whichever street it was you wanted. It's a little bit inconvenient for things like crime, because police stations, which are, that's a fire station. That fire station should actually be a little bit further up, but I'll put it there. Where's the police station? That's fire. There it is. It's on this junction here. So it's a little bit difficult sometimes for the police cars to respond because they have to go all the way down this way and all the way around, etc. I think actually, as a functioning industry hub, it's not too bad. You can see we've got a lot of office space all around the outside and industry in the middle. And I've actually downloaded another mod called the Dropout mod, I believe, or the School Dropout mod, which means that even if you have education everywhere in your city, there is a chance that some of your citizens will drop out of school. Which means working in a factory, like, I don't know, this one here, Tabitha's Chromium, is still a possibility. So just because you've got full education doesn't necessarily mean that all your citizens will be working in offices. It means that you will still need factories. So that fits my needs quite nicely. What have we got going on over here? It is not letting me sight that junction. There we go. So yeah, they should be giving mine. But yes, building. That's what we're doing today. We are building. Well, I like where the Sunset District lights up actually, that's very nice. Building. We are going to carry on from over here then. This is going to be our new city section, and I'm actually going to do it using these tree-lined roads, because I feel like we need some more tree-lined roads in our city. They look nice, that's the main reason. They look very pretty. And, you know, I think a good city is also one that looks nice. So you might as well put that little bit extra effort in making something look nice. For example, what we've done here with our canal system, which I nearly lost there. Now I can't fit there, but our canal system here and then all the way down to this residential area, we're actually going to implement that over here too. So we're going to have our new canal system. What that does mean is that this road especially is going to have to change. So I don't know why I just spent all that money doing that when I'm going to change it straight away. We also need to make sure that this is all functioning, make sure that is also a left turn, and then we can turn these traffic lights off again. Some of these traffic lights keep spawning back, some of them don't. It's a bit weird, not quite sure what's going on there. But yeah, we want this canal to carry on in this direction. So what we really want is this to come out at a 135 degree angle, which is that exactly. Then we want it to go in a straight line along like so. How far across do we want it to go? Quite a long way actually. Does this go uphill? It does a little bit, but I don't mind that too much actually here, because we're outside of the main city. This is going to be suburbs again. I did say this was going to be the city centre, but I think we've kind of lost that now with just how everything's gone. So I think the new city centre is going to be over here. This definitely looks like downtown to me. Either that, or we could even build it on this peninsula here, have it as a commercial area, or we could even extend northwards and put it over here. It's entirely up in the air still right now. There's no right or wrong answer. What I do know though is we are going to have to put in these canals, and I think I've actually made a rod for my own back here because I don't think that's going to fit unless, let's see, along here, there I think it is. We put a second road going across like this all the way up to the bitter end. Now they go up a little bit further. And then that should connect to that, which it does, which is nice. And then this should be the straight line, I believe. I need to follow that with my eyes and see if that actually looks right to me. Let's test it with a piece of canal. So yeah, it's going to be like that, and if I grab this, let's say, put it there, that should line up with the centre. It doesn't. See, look, it's a square over. And that's why it is important that you do these little measurement tests. We've got enough money, we can mess around a little bit. With this, make sure it all fits and it's all lovely. There it is. It actually makes things a little bit easier as well, because it means we can put in just services and trees and all that stuff in this gap, which is quite nice. So we want this one. Let's go here. And then let's say we have a gap and we put on there, and then let's downsize to this one for a little bit, and then we'll go into this shape, or this one. And then that will go across and that will go across like so, which means again we'll have to work on this kind of thing. Make sure it all looks very nice, very pretty, like that. That one's going to go, oops, let's give it that a second. That's going to go up and connect, or maybe it's not. Okay, in that case that's going to go like that, that's going to go like that, and then this is going to connect somewhere like that. That's not the best. Let's see if I can alter that slightly, but to here at least we can put these little cross bearers in. As I say, this is going to be a divide, so now we can have... See, do I want locks? I still think this asset is broken. Yeah, that canal lock is definitely broken. Not particularly impressed with that one, if I'm honest. But this here we're definitely going to want. So let's get rid of that in a second. Now, do I want this all to be parking? I do not. I want this one, especially, to be tree line still. So I'm going to upgrade that, make it so. Possibly all the way up, and like that. Go back into canals. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem with sewage. That's fine. We can sort that out. We'll pipe all that up. Do I leave a one gap, or I'll leave a one gap here actually, because I'm going to put in this, like so. That won't fit. This one might. Again, another nice little bridge section. Let's go into another side street, which will be over there. Every now and then, I suppose, I want to put some joiners in. So this would be a good spot. And that. This could go across like that, go up, join up there again. This could probably be another good spot, looking at it. Next one, I think one of these, with another one of these. We'll go for this colour this time. And again, I'm going a bit canal crazy, I admit, but when you just see how good these look, when you've got cars going over and around and all that stuff, it does look very, very nice indeed. It's definitely worth it. The end product is worth it. Well, saying that, I'll put them on top of the road here. I want these types. The crossbears, yeah, they can be treed. They can be these ones. But these ones here we want to be parking, and I'll show you why that is in a second. I think I can make this up to here. Although there is a bus stop in the way. So I don't really want to get in the way of that. Can I just connect it up? Yeah, I can connect it up like that. That works. Again, it's not particularly pretty, but we can always change that in the future, can't we, guys? Right, so again, some more work. I'm going to get a bit lazy at this point and put in just a couple of big canals. Right, so we'll put another road gap in there, and then we'll put in another crossroad one like that. It's another good spot for a crossbearer. Like that. You can see it travels uphill as well. And actually the asset looks good, even on hills, so that kind of gives the impression of a river that is flowing downhill. A bit strange on these bridges, but we won't worry too much about that right now. Okay, so we're nearly at the top. I don't think we'll carry this canal up all the way to the top. I think after a while we will sort of move it to the side. I will connect this up though, like that, just so that we do have a complete section. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I think we'll go up, let's see, if I put another crossbear in like that, a couple more of these, like so. We'll have another road here, and will we join that to the main avenue? I don't think we will actually, guys. I think we'll leave that one. And then we'll go for a corner piece. We want one of these ones, which is going to go in like that. And that's going to be the end of the canal section here. We'll connect that bit up, and then all of this is going to be buildings. Now, this section here, I need to grab my tool for this. This is all going to be buildings as well, but each building is going to be the same, or each section of buildings is going to be the same width as the canal that it faces. And the idea of that, if you've been to Amsterdam, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You have a canal, you have a little slither of road, and then you have a house. And virtually every single house sits on a canal like this. And that's the kind of feeling I want to go for this section here. It's not European, this city is British, but it's European inspired. So I'm trying to think of an example in England. None really springs off the top of my head. Maybe some parts of Docklands in London has this kind of idea now, where it's, instead of a canal, it's a dock. You have like a dock, a little bit of road, and then a building. Excuse me. And actually it works, you know, it looks very, very nice. When you walk around, you see these buildings, you think, actually they've done a good job there. And it's true, they have. It does look like a very nice place to live. Now we want to actually go across and do this section. Which again means straight roads all the way down, connect these up. Now I'm going to go for these roads here, one-way streets. Not one-way streets, I'm not talking about tree-lined roads. Just for decoration purposes really. No real reason other than that. We'll draw this one all the way up. So this one we haven't got canals. We're going to hide behind the fact that we haven't got canals by putting in nicely decorated buildings instead. We are going to do some commercial in this section here. So we're going to do commercial there, and we're going to do commercial there. We are going to put in some more of these pathways because I like them. Although I need to remember where the divide is. The divide is there. So one there, one there. And then we're going to put in residential for the rest of this block. Okay, so down here we're also going to put in these pathways because we want to encourage people to use sort of walking and biking in this district. This isn't going to be much of a road district. We've got the main avenue that runs through the heart of it, but overall it's going to be sort of a biking and walking district, and I'm really liking that idea. I think that's going to be a very good idea in total for this part of the city. So what I want to do now is grab this avenue and I'm going to curve it 90 degrees like so. And then we want to go straight across the river. Just like that. That's quite a nice looking bridge. Bit of a shame about the slope on this side, but I think we can get around that. We will come back to this in a future episode. This could be the site of our airport, potentially. Not 100% confirmed yet, but it could well be. What we are going to focus on though is the canals on the other side. Because yes, we are going to have canals on this side too. We are going canal crazy again, guys. It's going to be another canal based episode. I'd like to try and make this quite symmetrical if you can. Let's see, we'll have another connection there, and then another connection there. The only thing that's going to be different is the sizes of the canals in each section. But I do need to remember where the cross bits go, which I'll look at in a second. So there's going to be one here, for example. So here we need one, which means here, and there, and there. We take one of these, and we'll pop that in like that. Again, it simulates a hill. The river's a bit strange at this point, admittedly. In fact, it's very strange at this point. It doesn't really follow many conforms at this point. Do we want one of these again? My issue with this is because we've got one over there, I don't think this is something that you can just throw in anywhere. I think it's something you can only really put in once, and then once you've got it once, you can't really do it again. It's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a pain. It's not too bad, I suppose. You can't complain at everything. What I can do though is put that there, and we can have another little road there, which would look quite nice. This one here I'm going to ignore. Again, I'm going to put in all these different size ones. Do we want different roads on these if possible? In fact, yeah, I can put these next to each other. We want different size roads. We don't want everything to be exactly the same all the way along here if we can help it. So we'll put those two in like that. We're then going to go, oh actually, yes, that's fine. I need to remember where these are. So there's one here, so we need to put this one there. Which actually, providing I haven't missed any, is this one. But actually that lines up pretty spot on, so I can change what type this is. Perfect. Is this the right way around? It is not. Let me change that by grabbing this, put it as this type, and we'll just draw straight down. All the way to bottom here, draw that across. I'll upgrade this bit quickly, like that. Right, now this one isn't it? It needs to be turning around. So it needs to go that way around. There we go. Much nicer. And that now lines up. The next one along was this one, and it lines up, which means this one also has to line up, which I can do. This one perhaps? Put it against this road? Yeah. Kind of works. This one needs to turn around. We've got the same one twice. I think we have, but they're different boats, so you wouldn't really spot that they're the same, which works for me. This one needs to be the same. So actually that makes things easier. If I do these ones so they all line up, then the rest I can sort of fit in around that. That's the same as well. I think they are actually the same once you get to a certain point. And yeah, at the end there I'll just have it carry on with however it was going. I'll put a single piece in there. I will put a road in there. I think I will put one of these here actually. And then I can just put, that's a tricky one, see? I might put that one there, and then we can make this road here a little bit shorter. Like so, and then like so, and then just join that one up like that. I think that looks quite nice. I'm looking forward to seeing this once it's all zoned, and it's got buildings actually growing. Why is that not there to do that? Let's be difficult. There we go. That one there, this one here, this one here, that one there, and yeah, you get an idea as to what it's going to look like. I think, yeah, I like that. I do like that. This side though, I've put this as being a corner. In the future I might actually extend that and make it into something a bit more yeah, I might make it into something a bit more special, planned, special, now, based, I don't know. Sorry, I've got some pop-ups coming up on my screen. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt the recording, although knowing my luck, it probably has already. But there we go. That looks kind of nice. Just got to fill in this little gap here now. And I think if I put that one there, and that one there like that, now I can just go through and put in these cross pieces. So I have one there, I'll have this coloured one here and here, like this coloured one here, and here, and then this one here, and that one's done. There we go. Now it's got to water this. So I'm going to put one straight along here like this, and then one maybe straight along this road, and connect that up, and then one straight along here. Like that. And then I can just zone this again. So all along here, level with the canals, gonna have these buildings. In fact, I might just put, I might just be lazy here and just do all the way along down here. Like that. And then this little section, that little section. This bit here, I'm gonna have commercial. Like that. And then, again, I'm going to have a little commercial zone in here, kind of like that, and then residential all the way along there, and then residential all the way along there, like that. Just putting these two little bits apart, that one and that one. Currently got my fingers on the screen so that I don't lose where they are. There we go. And that's it, guys. That's going to be what this road is going to look like. That's going to look really, really nice when it's done. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's going to look like. Down these gaps, I think we might just put trees. I can't really think what else we want to put in there. I don't think we've got enough space for offices. I don't think offices will look particularly nice. Maybe little bits of residential, but nothing too dramatic. We haven't got much in the way of parks that can fit in there either, unless we do these going along like that, but then we'll have to put more roads in. We have got, where are they? Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. We have got these ones, which we can dot along every now and then, or we could just go for the tried and trusted method of filling it with trees. I'm not 100%. We can see that. But at least we've got that as a straight line. We could simulate that that curves around whilst it's in the tunnel and comes out there. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And now we can extend these streets from these basic roads. So if we go back to this, and I know I've just built this, and it's probably going to annoy a lot of people, if I upgrade this like so, you might have to cut this road a little bit shorter and maybe run it alongside here. So if I did the two block gap again, you could do it like that. Then take out that one, and take out that one. And then take out this zoning here, and then this little bit of zoning here. But this could be another sort of key gateway into housing developments. And we can go back to the old swirling method. So if I grab this and do it like so, that could probably go down in a straight line again and link up over here somewhere. Which, let's see if that would work. This railway line is going to get moved in the future, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Does that work? That looks alright. Again, we'll ignore that for now. It's the tricky bit, because I think we're going to have to end up with a little slight kink section there. Unless I do it just like this and leave the road as it is. So you do it like that, and then this can just come down here. And if I was to move that building, that would actually connect quite nicely. What is this, a fire station or a school? It's a police station. And I can move the police station to there. And then this will connect up quite nicely opposite that road like so. And there we go. Now we can just fill in this gap with randomly curved roads. So from here, I'm just going to go along like this, around like that. and then straight across like this. From here, I'm going to curve this road in and join it up with that. And then I'm going to go for, I like some cul-de-sacs. So that one like that, this one like that, and then maybe one from this side too. So that will curve up like that, and then round like that, and I'll leave that as a gap. Here I'm going to do the same thing, so we're going to run that one like so, this one like that, and then this one, no, let's do it from here, and like that. That looks alright. And then here we'll have this as a main road that goes along, we'll curve it. We don't like boring straight roads, guys, we just don't like them, do we? And then that can curve around here near the railway, and we'll connect that over there. Again, we'll just go for cul-de-sacs. I think cul-de-sacs are actually, there's something that I don't do very often in games like this, because when I'm building bus lines and things, I like people to be able to get to where they want to go. But actually cul-de-sacs aren't a bad idea in parts of the city like this. I think they can come across as being very useful. So, providing you put them in carefully, you can actually get away with quite a lot here. See, if I put that one in there, and if I put another one here, maybe pull one off here as well. See, the temptation then is to connect those two, but I am not going to do that. We put that one in. So again, we've got some housing there. Maybe turn this into another little street going across. We'll have a level crossing. Actually, that's a bit too high up. Try that one again. We're losing quite a lot of money, guys. We'll have to address that problem in a second. But this one's just going to end with a cul-de-sac like that. You want it to go somewhere, but it won't. It just ends. And it's going to have other cul-de-sacs sprouting off it. And we're going to have a whole series of dead-end roads. Like so. And then that one is going to curve around and up like that. With one. Where it almost meets back where it started, but then doesn't quite make it. This is going to be a cut across, like so. We'll have another little cul-de-sac there. Hopefully they can withstand the noise pollution coming from this. If not, then we've got a bit of an issue. That's a bit of a straight line, that one, but we'll get away with it. Here we'll have one that goes a little bit like that. And then up here we'll have one that does that. Again, terminates just before the railway. At least, if necessary, it gives me an excuse to bury the railway for the noise pollution problems. There we go. That's actually quite kind of nice looking. Put a little one in here as well. And then finally, go along this way. So we'll have that curve like that, and then that will curve and terminate there. Terminate. Do roads terminate? I don't think they do actually. We'll connect that one up. Put a little one there. I think it's wrong to say terminate for a road. Don't really know what the right term is. It just ends, I suppose. If I curve that there, I can. Look at that. Perfect. And then just a little one here. Now, zoning. We're going to go for light here. Light density. We're not going to go for anything too extreme. I think commercial in that little section is good. We'll put the commercial in first, and then we'll go for the residential. I think commercial in this little section here as well looks good. Kind of at main, actually that's a cul-de-sac, I don't want to do that there. Kind of at main intersections I think would be where I'm mainly focusing these commercial zones, just to make sure that lots of people can get to them. We've got a little corner store here. Over here, we've got another little corner store in there. This definitely is going to be all commercial. How does that look? I feel like I'm missing some. Maybe here as well, just at this little section. I think that's a bit too straight for my liking. I could also put some crossroads in here as well. Something I didn't really consider. something like that for that one, and then this one we will do that. Okay, I think we're just prepared now to put the rest in as residential. So here we'll start off with high density on this section. But as soon as we get to this intersection, we're going to cut it down and we're going to put low density everywhere else. I think if I just get the brush out, we'll go nuts with this. We will eventually have a highway intersection, as I said, which is going to be up here, connecting up to this section. Might be even a four-way connecting up to this little bit as well, so that there'll be more than one way in and out. That's actually helped me a lot with traffic. The Octagon doesn't see as much traffic now as it used to. It still sees a lot of traffic. Let's not do this. Actually, let's keep high density on this avenue. Let's put low density everywhere else. But yeah, the Octagon doesn't see as much traffic now since I put in those other freeway exits and roundabouts, and the Sunset District made a bit of a difference as well, because it gave another entrance to this part of the city that you wouldn't have otherwise had. Those twin tunnels that I put underneath the freeway as well, you might remember I showed you them again a few episodes ago now. They've made a big difference. And overall, just things like that, you wouldn't think at the time that they have such a huge impact, but they really do. It is quite surprising when you see, because it takes some time for it to happen, of course. It doesn't happen instantly. So if you think it's going to happen instantly, then you're probably going to be in for a bit of a shock, because that's not quite how this game works. It is time-based. But once you do see the effect of it, it is, again, it's a surprise just how much of a difference something that simple can make. Right, do I want to put in any more light density commercial? Maybe a little bit across here. I'll say a little bit, it's quite a big block actually, but that'll do. Any more main roads that could do with some? Maybe a tiny bit here. Get rid of that bit, and then get rid of that bit. And yeah, now I'm just going to go crazy with the rest of this. Can I increase the brush size? No. That's slightly irritating, but I suppose the other option, of course, is to do it like, to do it from this end, to do it like this. And now that will all start springing up quite nicely. Again, I want to get rid of all these bits and replace these with high density. Quite nice there, quite nice there. Oh, I didn't need to do this section either. Let's remember that. How I'm going to work north of this avenue, I'm not really sure, because the river kind of comes up with a little bit of an issue there for me, but I'm sure I'll work a way around it. Actually, I don't want to zone there either, thinking about it, because I think we're going to have a little area over here too. What I do need is water in this section, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll follow the main road up here. Like that, and then is that connected? I think it is. I think that is actually. Let's do that properly. Oh no, maybe it was. Just hadn't gone through properly. And then we're going to try and fill in this gap. Go straight across like that, and then we'll go straight across like this. Now I saw some complaints of power as well. So once again, the buildings that have sprung up first are the ones that are the furthest away from the rest of the city, but that's not a problem, we can just do that. It's not very pretty right now, but it fixes the problem. The rest of these buildings are powered because of the way the park works, and actually that works out quite nicely. Yeah, not going to lie, that looks quite nice. And then finally, a little bit of parkland in here just to keep the land value up. If I put the parks near to the railway lines, then people might be more willing to ignore the noise pollution because they're too busy enjoying themselves in our lovely parks. But I want the smaller sized parks, I don't want the really big ones. So if I could have fitted that one there, that would have been lovely. Or there, but it can't. That one can go there though. That looks quite nice. At the end of the road. That one there. Yeah. And then one there. Again, looks good. I want this to be quite a nice, expensive suburb. I don't want cheap and tacky in this part of the city, because this is very upmarket, near the canals. Very expensive housing. You can see we have got cars using these roads. We've got houses springing up. Oh, that's commercial. Do we have any residential actually springing up? Yeah, we do. Look at it. The Asiana project is quite a nice name as well, actually. Asiana project. That is a weird corner. I would not like to park my rowing boat on that. That looks very perilous. And actually, even going through this tunnel, can you imagine? There'd be a lot of headbanging on the ceiling as you go through there. But yeah, I think the last thing we want to do in today's episode is actually put this down as a district. So we want this all to be one large district, I think. And put the usual heavy traffic ban. I might concentrate a bit more on different types of tax for this. Lake District. That's almost a nice name. I think I'm going to rename it the Canal District. Like so. Then we'll go into policies. Let's see, city planning. We want a heavy traffic ban. I think we want a high-rise ban as well. We want to encourage biking. Bike ban on sidewalks, which means I might have to go around and put some. Actually, I'll take that one off. Actually, NIMBY. Yep. Old Town. Yep. Industrial space planning. No. Big business benefactor. High density commercial buildings double their sales. Maybe. Let go of leisure. Leisure specialised areas stop generating tax income, get a heavy boost in their entertainment and attracting salaries. No, I don't worry about that. I'm not sure if I want to raise taxes actually, because taxes is pretty steep already. Smoking ban, definitely. Parks and rec, definitely. Free public transport? No. Expensive. Harsh prison sentences? No. Education boost? Yes. Pet ban? No. Smoke detector? Yes. Water and power. So that's going to cost us a bomb, but it should be worth it in the end. And then of course, education is very important, so we need to put those down. It's a private school, because you need private schools in districts like this, I feel. I've never been to private school myself. I have no idea what the benefits are really, if there are any. Probably not. But I think a nice private school on the road here would be nice. A beautified high school would look very nice, probably on this corner here, although saying that, there might actually be a road there. So perhaps not. Will it fit in one of the, yeah, it will fit on this street here, so I'm going to do that. A normal high school, we're not worried about. Old high school, no. We need an elementary school. There's an elementary school. And again, we'll pop that on this road. And they need power, can you believe? They don't need power. What's it talking about? They need power here. Unless I move that closer to these canals. If I move that over here, put that opposite there, keeps these people happy, plus it's linked up with power. Which means I now need to go back and make this low density there, and across there. So now it's just a question really of watching this grow, seeing how it develops, hoping it develops nicely, and then coming back next time and showing you guys how it's developed. I really like this stuff. I think it's a very nice part of the city. As I said, there shouldn't be a heavy traffic problem, which is always a bonus. I might get rid of this little connection road if there is a problem there with parking and whatnot. The fact that people can't park outside these houses might be a reason as to why they're not springing up right now. One household per. Again, no power. How do we not have power? We don't have power here. Okay. We'll have to work on that too. We also need fire. How did I forget fire and police and all that stuff? I don't want to take up commercial, I'd rather take up residential areas with this stuff. So let's see, if I put fire... Yeah, if I put fire here, on this main road, and if I put police up here next to the school, and then health, we want a clinic, which again I'm going to put on the main road, and then we want a crematorium of some kind, although I might go for the cemetery and actually put that. Again, nearly fits. I could put a cemetery here. Or I put it somewhere. Again, I thought it was going to fit there. I could put it, actually I could put it there. Yes. Because then it almost crosses the divide. So I think that would be quite nice. What's that? That's a house springing up. There you go, guys. We've got trains running through, but that will change in the future, I'm sure of it. Because that doesn't look particularly nice right now. But there it is, the Canal District, the newest part of the city. Hopefully you guys are still on board with the ideas that I've got going on here. Not gaining much in the way of feedback at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame, but if you guys are enjoying the video still and you're hitting the like button and just continuing to watch, I suppose, that always shows me that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And that's the biggest compliment you guys can give, really, is to carry on watching my stuff. So it gives me a good segue to actually end this video, which I'm quite pleased with. Thank you very much, guys, once again for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. And until next time, I will see you soon.